Kia ora, bros and girls, welcome back to the channel. We're up to Chapter 2, Map 2 of Under Siege Uncollected. If you watched my last video, you know I popped a couple of new 6 stars, Thor Ragnarok and Punisher 2099, so I'm going to take my new Punisher for a spin, just see how he goes, and looks like we got a Wolverine boss here, so his heal block maybe, might come in handy. We'll have a look. So we've got Strike Back on this path. We've got 5 paths, I think. Strike Back on that one. This one has Chaos and it's SP1 bias, that's okay. And this one has that's just the plain vanilla path. And then we have Minister Sinister with explosive personality. That's okay, that bodes well for low battery. That bodes pretty well for Corvus. And She-Hulk with Overreach or Overarch, whatever it's called. Okay, so I think we'll start off here, just taking on Minister Sinister. I'm pretty sure that's not his name, but it just sounds so much cooler. And actually, it wasn't too bad in the last quest. I think I took him down with Star-Lord quite a few times. So yeah, he was a much easier boss than Havoc. So I'll take Punisher for a spin here. Just hoping that he can, do a bit of heal block. Although, I think because that regen is instant, we don't really get a heal block here. I thought you would. Yeah. Okay. Well, come on, throw your SP1. Just throw it. I don't like pushing him to his SP2 because it's quite difficult to evade. But his SP1 was pretty sweet. So that was kind of my plan last quest as well. It's just let him throw the SP1 and then run in with Star-Lord and just ramp up the damage. Eventually, because his regen is instant and it happens instantly after you do the damage, he actually takes the damage first. So in the case where you have, he's really bad, like Corvus is really bad against him, but in the case where you have a Corvus, if you throw an SP2, the SP2 will do full damage and then he will regen it. The same case with Star-Lord, and that was kind of what I did, was I just ramp up with Star-Lord enough until the SP2 did 20, 30, 40k damage. And then you throw the SP2 and that would kill him and he wouldn't have a chance to regen. So it was a bit of a slow start to the boss, and then yeah, you get to a certain point in the combo where you can just throw the SP2 and it kills him straight away. But this fight, unfortunately, because I'm not running Star-Lord, I'm just trying to take this Punisher for a spin. It's really painful. It doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm not really heal blocking him. And yeah, I don't know that I'm too excited about having Punisher as a 6-star, but the only thing is this does make my arena grinding a little bit easier, because I got another 2, so that's 120, so that's another 250 a day. So I've got basically another 750,000 arena points every arena to spend with these extra 2 6-stars. But I would have preferred somebody like a little bit more useful, but not to be. So that was a long fight. We'll jump up next against Yellow Jacket. And I might just use Corvus for this one because it'll be a much quicker fight than Punisher. Sorry to bore you with that fight. You probably fast forwarded past it anyway. I also really like this explosive personality line with Corvus. I know you guys, well, maybe if you've watched a few of my previous videos, you probably know the Corvus trick of hitting it to the block 4 times and then just parrying to convert all of that into armor block, to armor break. And then, yeah, basically you don't get the explosive personality damage because they never get to 5 armor ups. and you actually get additional damage because you have 5 armor break stacks, so you can hit pretty damn hard. So I'll just evade that one, get in there. Then the last little bit is always kind of painful. So ooh, I forgot about the power sting there. I just wanted to finish him off. But that's okay. That's plenty. That's plenty of health for Corvus. So that's Minister Sinister and Yellow Jacket. Up next is Groot. I should probably use Voodoo for this. I'll definitely not use Corvus. He'll take forever. So I'll take my 5-star rank 3 Dr. Voodoo. I might rank 4 this guy. I actually really like Dr. Voodoo. You can also kind of do the same trick with Voodoo against the explosive personality node, because once you cast that SP1, you nullify all that damage and convert it into poison. So if you can get it to 4 without pushing it to 5, then you can just nullify them and keep going, and then you have more and more poison to hurt him with. So that's kind of what we're going to do here. Just evade the SP1, build up some charges, and he will just poison himself to death. And we can get a ton of stacks on this guy because he just gets so many buffs, like with the Fury and the regen and the armor ups. The only thing about Dr. Voodoo is he's a bit soft, so you can't take too much damage, but he's got that regen to kind of even it out. So, but I like him, man. I find him so useful in so many different quests and so many different bosses and so many different areas. He's got great power drain, great power burn. He's fantastic against anyone who's like, quite heavily reliant on buffs. So, and he's just fun to play, He just has everything about him is kind of cool. So pop on to the next one, Thor Ragnarok. Hey, that's my 6-star. So yeah, let's run against him. I think I'll just take Corvus for this one, nice and quick. And he is an Avenger, so he'll give me a charge. Maybe we can get away with an auto block as well, which will give me a second charge and just make this whole line clearing business a lot quicker. But if you are not entirely used to Thor Ragnarok, or he gets you with the power gain, the trick is basically you just have to launch a special when he hits that Boon of the Gods. So for most cases, that's when you get 20 on his combo meter. And you can, so he caught me there, but pretty much if you time it so that you throw your SP as he gets that 20, that shuts down his power gain. Of course, Void also shuts down his power gain completely, or, magic can keep him locked, but, ooh, I thought we were going to survive that, actually. But that's okay. So my Corvus is gone because I'm talking too much and not paying enough attention, but we'll jump in with Star-Lord. We don't have much to go in this line, I don't think, anyway. I think it's maybe, it's generally like 2 lines and then the boss. Maybe a third one, but I don't know. We must be getting pretty close now. So, I mean, he's not even gonna make it to 20 for this one. Okay, so Star-Lord does the business again. Keep moving along, and we've got Joe Fix-It next. Uncle Joe. So now that we're not playing Corvus or Voodoo, we have to be a bit careful, as in not hit into the block. Just make sure that we continually hit into the open, which I didn't do there. Because, if we're not careful, we'll build those explosive personality charges, and then that will explode for 25% of our damage. So this was a really annoying node when I first played against it, and I didn't quite understand how it worked. I would just kind of play normal, which is, if I head into the block, I just keep hitting into the block for like 3 or 4 and then back off. But and then all of a sudden I was taking damage out of nowhere, and later on I figured out how the node works. Damn, so he kind of destroys my combo there, but that's okay. We don't take a lot of damage. We get rid of him pretty quickly and pretty smartly. So we'll keep moving along. The next one is Hyperion. Should I use Voodoo? I kind of want to keep Voodoo. So I might just use Star-Lord. And either way, I'm going to have to kind of try to bait out. Well, I'm going to have to be quite patient. So maybe I can bait out his specials. Quite patient. Yep. So maybe he can throw his SP anytime now. Anytime. There we go. Pull back. And with Hyperion, sometimes I cut my combos down to just like 3 hits, medium, light, medium, just to kind of not give him too much power, and hopefully he can throw the special. But sometimes, like in this case, he's stubborn and just hangs on and builds up his ulti anyway. Oh, that's good. That didn't actually kill us. So okay, maybe he can cooperate with me and throw his SP. There we go. Thank you. Then we'll throw an SP2 here. Cool. I was hoping for a power drain, but not to be. Come on. Yeah. Ah, damn, man. Oh well, that's not too bad. I mean, so far this line's been pretty easy, so you have to have somebody trip you up. I might just use Voodoo and run with that SP2, trying to power drain him, or power burn him actually. But I have to get a bit lucky in that he has to throw a couple of SPs initially, because he will get to his SP3 before I do. Come on, come on. Oh, man. Damn. He's really stubborn actually today. Normally I can get him to throw the SP1 pretty easily, but he doesn't want to throw anything today. But that's okay, because we'll just power burn him now, and oh, now he wants to throw it. Of course he does. Right, now that it doesn't matter. Well, that's okay anyway. So we'll get rid of Hyperion and we'll move on to the next part of the line. So what have we here? We have a Wolverine boss. Okay, so there's 2 lines on the boss. We have a Wolverine boss. Let's have a look at the nodes. So he has 100 critical rate, healing is enhanced, indomitable. Yeah, it doesn't really look like anything. I mean, it's just Wolverine. So we're gonna run Punisher in. He should be able to initiate his heal block and make this quite a straightforward fight. As you can see, just heal blocking him in his region doesn't count at all. So maybe, whoa. I was gonna say maybe there's a use for Punisher, but he just, what's going on there? When it would be reversed, they're blocked. Ah, that's interesting. So when he's got a regen buff, he actually goes unblockable. Didn't know about that. That caught me by surprise. That will probably catch you out by surprise as well. So we have to be just a little bit more careful when he's got the regen. So now he's unblockable, and just evade it, or if you're Voodoo, nullify it, and yeah, he's unblockable no more. So I'll just, we'll nullify it, then we can just parry and it's a normal fight. So if I knew that, then that would have been okay. So if you are using Punisher 2099, which would be great for the heal block, he's not actually a bad option. You just have to be careful of the unblockable and just kind of run away when he's regening. But I think Dr. Voodoo is made for this fight. I mean, you're nullifying, you're poisoning, and he's just constantly draining life. And Wolverine with that regen is pretty easy, to be honest. I mean, this is not even a full life Dr. Voodoo. He's no longer unblockable. You just come back in. You could do this with a 4-star Voodoo as well. I'd almost be tempted to say you could do it with a 3-star Voodoo, but you might take a bit of chip damage. But there we go, 70 hits, the poison continues, he keeps draining. His SP1 is pretty easy to evade. I find his SP2 is pretty easy to evade too, but sometimes I'm a bit hit and miss with that. But there we go, and we'll just watch him poison away. Very easy fight, no pots, no revives on this quest, so that's a win for us. So yeah, if you've got Dr. Voodoo, man, use him. He's fantastic for this fight. Or Scarlet Witch, or anyone who can kind of nullify. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll be back in the next one. Ka kite ano.